Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
Hi, I'm Desiree.
And we're bringing you this week's Rising Tide West Coast Swing Guide.
This week on the guide, it's our fourth installment of our Welcome Back to Spring West Coast Swing Spring Series. This is where we take the West Coast movement of the spring and pepper it into fun variations for you to try. First, we're going to break down a new fun variation with a head duck and a sit dip at the end, and then we'll show you how to do this lead follow.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Breaking this down for our leaders. The start of this pattern is our shoulder head fold, which most of us probably already know. Start with right to right, wrapping in our follower until count 4. From here, leaders, because we're going into a spring, I want to stay really close to Desiree, so I'm going to move with her for 5 and 2. And as she unwraps, I catch the back of her right tricep. Once I've caught it, I can release with my right hand. Now this is the tricky part of the move. As I go through this turn, I'm actually going to show you the hand movement first without Desiree. I've caught her tricep. I'm going to spin her as I flip my hand so that it's pinky side up, and that's what's going to be steering that head duck. So if you watch with a partner, I flip my hand and steer pinky side up. You'll also notice I'm really elevated here up on the balls of my feet. That's creating a little bit of extra room for Desiree to duck under. As she's coming around, I'm catching both of her triceps nice and securely to get ready for that dip. Then, similar to what we've talked about for dips in the past, I send in the direction that I want Desiree to go for and then I oppose her for 5.
For our followers, there are a few things for us to keep in mind. One is we always want to have a linear progression down the slot, but for this movement, we're thinking about actually prioritizing the leader when it comes to the connection here, tucking in and going through the diagonal, and here, as we come through, and my right side of the body is really what's connecting. So I'm not thinking back so much down the line as I am thinking up through this connection into the duck. Next thing I want to talk about is how we use our hips, our rib cage, and our shoulder blades in this movement to make it go better. First things first, right here when we tuck in for the 3 and 4, I want to be taking my hips and my ribs over my foot. Same thing here to really get into this spring. Before I spring out, I want to go back with my hips, my rib cage, and my shoulder blade pulling back so that Matt has something to connect with. And then once we get into the duck, I want to think about taking my shoulder blades and trying to push them up as far as I can to the ceiling. Notice how that really collapses my body instantaneously. So trying that out with the leader allows me to be really nice and springing through that spring into the head duck. Finally, as the leader sends me back, I don't want to go back in an arch. I instead want to sit down and settle in this connection by taking my hip back as if I were sitting on a stool here.
Showing this whole thing one final time from the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 2, 3, and 4, and 5. That was your guide. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and check out our website and online store linked in the description.
Bye.